Hello, welcome back to Trivia. This week we're doing Hitchcock Blondes. It was a book I was reading recently, so I asked if we could do this topic. And if you are just joining us, make sure that you put in the Menti code 85051845. Also, Trivia Studio has asked if anyone else has interesting topics to go ahead and submit those because they're always looking for some new ideas. I am Jill O'Neill, and I work here in Human Resources as the HR coordinator. And
hello, my name is Brian Sacco. I'm the HR recruiter in the Human Resources office, coming up on 11 years now here at the community in January. And I recruit for all of the dining team as well as our general services department like housekeeping and transportation and services like that.
And some really exciting news is that Brian just got engaged.
I did. It's holiday magic. Thank you.
All right. So again, the Menti code, we're doing Hitchcock Blondes today, and the Menti code is 85051845. We'll be getting started soon. I am wearing my coat in here today because it was a bit chilly when we walked in.
I think the frost on the tree is actually real snow, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm getting a little bit more used to it now, but it was shocking when we first walked in here. Hopefully we're
going to get started.
Noise. All right, here we go. Question 1, Brian.
All right, just remember, you answer faster, you get more points. And the first question is, out of the 5 Hitchcock films that Hitchcock was nominated for Best Director, how many of them won? Is it 5, 3, 1, or 0?
Oh, that was quick.
Okay. Wow. It looks like only a few got it correct. It's actually 0. He has not won any Best Director nominations.
So those movies...
Nominated a lot of times for all those different movies that you see up on the screen. Psycho, Rear Window, Spellbound, Lifeboat, and Rebecca. However, none of them got him the nod of being the Best Director. So pretty sad for Alfred.
Maybe we're going to stump you guys in some of these. All right, question number 2. All right, and what was Hitchcock quoted as saying about his lack of Oscar? No one remembers who came in second. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. I didn't lose, I got second. Second place is just the first place loser. What would he say? Was he hard on himself, or did he accept it? Let's see. This one's got everybody thinking. And the right answer was, always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Wow, I wonder if he was the first one to come up with that, because I've
I
always
don't know.
heard
I wouldn't have expected him to be the one to say that.
There he is.
I guess he took it in stride.
So matter of fact, look at him.
I guess he was just happy with being nominated.
Seems like a simple guy.
All right.
Complex, but... Question number 3. Which blonde starred in the original Mr. and Mrs. Smith from 1941? Is it Julie Andrews, Carole Lombard, Ava Marie Saint, or Anne Baxter?
Which one?
A lot of them have been leading ladies.
I feel like I can definitely get rid of 1 or 2 out of the list.
Who has that more spy vibe, I guess, right? So, Carole Lombard. Right.
Does she look like a spy?
She has those vibes. She's up to something, I think.
Spy eyes in that picture. All right, question 4. Make sure you answer quickly. Why did Hitchcock never get a driver's license? Interesting. Rich upbringing meant he never had drivers. meant he had drivers. Lifelong fear of police. His neck didn't turn enough to pass the test. He didn't trust technology and always took the train.
Wow, interesting.
Wow, a lot of people thought he could not turn his neck, but it was really that he had a lifelong fear of the police. He was afraid of cops. When Hitchcock was 5, his father had a police officer lock him up in a cell for a few minutes to give him a lesson. It worked. As an adult, he wouldn't even drive for fear of getting a ticket. Oh, man.
Wow, he was scared straight, I guess.
I feel like they do that to kids
Yeah.
all the time these days. What sort of
Traumatizing.
trauma
That
are we
maybe
putting them
That
through?
probably got him into that mode of the fear factor.
I
for all
locked my
his-
kids up in a cell when we went to go visit the police station.
You did once?
I guess it
Wow.
wasn't scary enough for them. They still want to get their driver's license. How are we doing?
So let's take a
let's
look at the
see.
leaderboard. It looks like Janet Lee is jumped up, but Millie is still in the lead with
Millie is
2,600
holding
points.
strong. Let me see these names here. We have Ivy, Glenn, Aretha, Holly, Betty, Melvin, Mary. I'm not feeling any really sneaky names today. Sometimes
Ivy
there's
Glen's a
one.
neighborhood. And
That's true.
Question number 5. This blonde British actress starred in the silent film The Lodger, a story of the London fog. Is it Madeline Carroll, June Tripp, Kim Novak, or Tippi Hedren?
I remember this being mentioned in the book, but I don't remember which woman that it went
I've
with.
never heard of that movie. I've watched a lot of movies with my grandfather, a lot of Alfred Hitchcock movies, just never heard of this one. Looks like it's June Tripp. June Tripp would be the correct answer. Looks like 4 people got that correct. And there she is.
It was a silent movie, it said.
Oh, no wonder why.
Yeah.
He couldn't get me to watch those. I mean, I watched a lot of older movies, but a silent movie, I just can't. I can't
Not
do it.
so
A lot of black and
much.
white ones. He always told me that the movies back then were better because the scripts were what made the movie, and I agree with that. That nowadays it's all about CGI and special effects,
You weren't
whereas
distracted by so much stuff going on
correct,
in the
and it
movie.
was all about what was in the plot of the movie, and I appreciate the older movies from that relationship that I had with my grandfather. I've watched a lot of Alfred Hitchcock movies, but it's not The Lodger.
Yeah, that was an old one. Not so popular. Question number 6. Hitchcock bought all available copies of the novel that inspired this film. He didn't want people to buy them and learn the ending of his movie. Is it Vertigo, Suspicion, Rebecca, or Psycho?
Interesting.
Well, I know one of those is definitely a book that I know.
Right. I have my suspicions about which one it is, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't
wanna
know
give
what all
away
was a
the
book
answer.
before. Let's see.
All right. I tried to throw
Psycho.
people off with that little clue that I just gave, but
It
didn't
didn't
work.
work.
Everyone got it. You know, most of the people got it correct. It is Psycho is the correct
So
answer.
Psycho was a book. Nobody really cared about spoiling the plot of the movie or a book until the 1960 release of Psycho, when Alfred Hitchcock went around buying every copy of the novel the movie was based on that he could find, and promotional materials encouraged audiences not to tell their friends what happens. Hitchcock may have truly believed going in blind was the best way to experience the movie, but the mystery he created sure helped to sell a lot of tickets. Ooh, some like
That's dedication to the extreme. But I agree. I think, you know, not knowing until that moment when it actually happened was probably crucial for a lot of people. A lot of
Right.
people
and no one
were
could
shocked.
tell you before you actually went to go see the movie.
No spoilers. We hate those, right? We hate those today, even when we go to see a movie or read a book. When someone drops a dime on.
Absolutely. Then it's not worth going.
Question number 7. Why did Hitchcock not watch his own films? He's a very unusual man. Was it because he was superstitious? They would fail if he watched it? He'd rather study other directors' films? He was a perfectionist? Or he was terrified of them?
This was also in the book.
Oh, you know the answer?
Maybe.
He was terrified of his own movies. Only one person got that correct. Wow, so that should really affect the scoreboard. But what an interesting man. I'm full of fears. I do my best to avoid difficulties and any kind of complications. I like everything around me to be clear as a crystal and completely calm. Wow. So I guess he scared himself.
They were pretty scary movies. All right, question 8. Who was Alma Reville? Was it a composer, his most beloved actress, his wife, or the actress originally playing lead role in Psycho?
All right, the votes are in.
Everybody answered. And the correct answer is his wife. I feel like I could just hear it in his voice of him saying Alma. Yeah.
Aw. Looks like a nice couple there. As terrifying as
She
he might have been.
actually was worked in theater, like movies herself before she married him, but kind of put her own career on a back burner.
Take a look at the scoreboard, and it looks like
Oh, Millie's still holding strong
Millie's
there.
still holding strong. Janet Leigh right behind her, and Ivy Glenn
Oh,
not
Janet
far
Leigh.
behind. That's an actress, right?
Yep. I didn't catch on to that one before.
I think she's the actress in Psycho, right? Am I wrong?
I think so.
She ended up being the... I know something. Hitchcock once hosted a dinner party where he did this practical joke. Is it that he handcuffed all the guests together until they finished their meals, staged a murder mystery, and he was the victim, served only eggs, or dyed all the food blue with food coloring?
No.
He was a strange dude.
None of those sound enjoyable.
He really was. But a little bit of a jokester. As serious and as scary as his movies are, he liked to joke, which is nice. And the correct answer is that he dyed all the food blue with food coloring.
I wonder what his reasoning was behind
Yeah.
that.
Huh. Alfred Hitchcock's contentious relationship with dinner parties. At 2 of his dinner parties, every single item of the food was blue. At another, every dish was death themed. Wow.
Interesting.
So I guess he just didn't like dinner parties and wanted to mock them, I guess?
No, he did like dinner parties. He liked to eat.
Question number 10.
All right, let's see. Joan Fontaine, a blonde, starred opposite Laurence Olivier in this film. Marnie, Rear Window, Rebecca, or The Man Who Knew Too Much?
I know which one it isn't.
Yep, no, definitely know which one of those it's not. I think I know which one it is. Let's see.
Votes are in. And Rebecca.
Rebecca.
A lot of people knew that. I don't think I've ever seen Rebecca.
Rebecca was one movie I remember watching multiple times.
I've never seen it.
When my mom got me on old movies, and when my parents would go out, I would go rent an old movie and make myself some, I don't know, microwave food.
Ooh. Question number 11. This 1944 film takes place entirely on a raft at sea. Hitchcock creatively snuck in this as a cameo by being in a newspaper and shown for weight loss. Is it Murder, Family Plot, Lifeboat, or Saboteur?
Creatively snuck in this as a
He was known for
cameo
that,
by
I think.
being in a newspaper ad shown for weight loss. I feel like
Lifeboat.
that name,
Makes sense. Kind of
Yeah.
gives it away, right? Being
Yeah.
at sea on a raft. There he is. There's his cameo. The Obesity Slayer. Wow. Reducio.
He had a cameo in 40 out of his 54 movies.
I know he was known for that, right?
Yeah, sneaking himself
One
in
of
there
the
all
first
the time.
directors, I think, to really be known for sticking himself in there just a little bit. So
Yep.
I think he liked that spotlight a little bit more.
All right, question 12. Madeline Carroll first met Hitchcock after she worked with whom? So was she first working with James Stewart, Tippi Hedren, Cary Grant, or Alma Reville?
We know Alma's his wife, right?
Yeah. What? Nope. Don't be giving away any answers.
Well, I'm not gonna.
And it
I
was Alma.
I didn't know. It could have been anyone. I mean, it could have been James Stewart.
There he
There they are.
is. He looks younger in that photo. Dark
All
hair.
right. It looks like we got a lot of changes in the scoreboard.
Whoop.
Millie's still holding strong at the top, and we got Mary
Ooh, Mary moved up.
moving up, and Aretha. And the faster you answer, the more points you get. So that helped.
This one's you?
Did you?
It's me? For the 1945 Spellbound, this artist was brought in to help make the film's complex dream sequences. Salvador Dali, Joan Mitchell, Brady Walker Tomlin, or Jackson Pollock? Complex dream sequences.
Who's an abstract thinker or artist, you know, dreaming and loopy?
Well, there's a few abstract artists on there. And it was
Okay.
Salvador Dali. He
Yeah,
was
a lot of people got that
definitely
correct. 9
could
people.
do an abstract dream sequence.
Wow, look at that.
Probably scare the pants off you.
Don't let this picture give you nightmares. Spellbound is one of those golden moments when the master of suspense, Alfred Hitchcock, collaborated with one of the leading proponents of surrealism, Salvador Dali. The result was magnificent, twisty, psychological thriller, entering on psychoanalysis, bedazzling audiences with the, I don't know what that word
Amalgamation of two distinct styles.
I get it though. You can kind of see that in the backdrop there. Question number 14. We're over halfway through the round. Which of these aspects of filmmaking did film companies say that Hitchcock was particularly hard to work with? Was it staying within his budget, delegating roles, time management, or censorship?
I think in general he was pretty hard to work with from what I was
A
reading.
little bit of a diva. Everyone has voted. Let's see what the answer is, and it looks like it's censorship. He would not be told what to do.
No, he would find ways around it. Censorship.
But he was a visionary, right? Not a lot of people were doing what he was doing at the time, and it obviously worked for him. He wanted to do things his way, and I know things were a lot different back in the past, and they were very strict on
Very strict
censoring.
rules.
No one wanted that shock factor. It was very families-based.
Nothing like it is now.
Correct. So censorship. Hitchcock, like fun and often, had it at the censor's expense. In Leonard Liff's Hitchcock and Selznick, the director explained how he escaped the eye of the head of the British Board of Censors, Joseph Brooke Wilkinson. Although the top watchdog over movie sins, Wilkinson's eyesight was failing. During review screenings, Hitchcock recalled, "Whenever an offending piece of film approached, I said, 'Mr. Wilkinson.' He turned his head towards me, and the scene went on the screen without him ever seeing it." This trick did not work in Hollywood, but as Bill Heimer demonstrates, Hitchcock obviously got the things he wanted on the screen by shooting material that would obviously affront the censors.
All right, question 15. All right, let's try and get this one quick. Kim Novak landed the role in Vertigo after this other actress dropped out due to pregnancy. Ingrid Bergman, Vera Miles,
Ooh.
Eva Marie Saint, or Janet Leigh?
Interesting. I know all the names. I wouldn't even be able to pick them out of a lineup, to be honest with you. It's funny because I've watched so many movies, like I said, with my grandfather, but I just don't.
One
know
of
who
those
this will
names I
be.
definitely don't recognize, and it was Vera Mills or Miles.
Miles. Wow.
Vera Miles.
And there she is. Beautiful.
I don't know what she was thinking, getting pregnant when she's supposed to be making a movie.
Huh? She has her priorities. Question number 16. This 1929 film was the first British film with synchronized dialogue. Is it Rebecca, Secret Agent, The Lady Vanishes, or Blackmail?
I don't know. one
Synchronized
at
dialogue.
all.
I guess that's just a script, right? Like going when you're supposed to. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Stumped.
The correct answer is Blackmail.
Other people knew.
So it looks like only 3 people knew that out of that group.
The
There it is.
first full-length all-talkie film. Oh.
Interesting.
So, like one of the first non-silent.
Yeah, put it on the list.
Put it on the list. I don't even know if we can get that to watch anymore.
So it looks like Ivy Glenn knew that answer the quickest and has bumped up in the scoreboard. But it looks like Millie, Mary, and Lorraine are still holding the top 3 spots still.
Yeah. Millie knows her Hitchcock blondes.
Oh yeah, she must be a movie buff.
Yeah. Just me. Ingrid Bergman starred in 3 Hitchcock films and played what character in the non-Hitchcock filmed Casablanca? Blanche Dubois, Anne Hamilton, Charlotte Vale, or Ilsa Lund? Ingrid Bergman starred in 3 Hitchcock films. Okay.
Casablanca's just a famous film.
Very.
Everyone knows Casablanca.
Yep. Not a Hitchcock one though.
All right, everyone knew the actress too. So
Ilsa Lund.
Ilsa Lund. And there she is. Very iconic. Out there on the tarmac.
Yeah.
Frankly, my dear,
I don't give a damn.
I don't give a damn. Question number 18. Which of the Hitchcock blondes is a native of Philadelphia, our hometown? Is it Grace Kelly, Kim Novak, Janet Leigh, or June Tripp? I know this one. Hopefully all of our residents are from the local area and they have some ties and understand what this might be. And I'm correct. We're all Philly people, it seems like. So, yep, Grace Kelly was the actress, and she had local ties, and she went off to become a princess, right?
Yeah.
Question number 19.
All right. Grace Kelly. Oh, Grace Kelly went on to be the princess of what? Nice lead in there, Brian.
Yeah.
All right. Was it Belgium, Liechtenstein, Monaco, or Hitchcock Blondes?
I just like the country Liechtenstein. Isn't that from a movie?
I think you just like to say it.
I think it's from a movie.
Oh, and the winner is Monaco.
Yep, Princess of Monaco. There she is. Gorgeous. Regal.
Yep. What a headpiece she's got on there. Okay, question 20.
I heard it was quite the love story. All right, so next question. Which of Ingrid Bergman's 4 children went on to become an actress? Is it Meryl Streep, Pia Lindstrom, Frida Adler, or Isabella Rossellini?
Rossellini. You're right. Which of her 4 children became an actress?
It's a tough question.
Well,
Well, 5 of you guys knew what the answer was. It's Isabella Rossellini.
Rossellini. If you knew who she married, you would know which one was her child.
Yeah. And there she is. She looks like a perfect mixture of both her father and her mother, right?
How do you know?
I mean, you just saw a picture of them. And the other, right?
You must have really studied that.
I did. They're beautiful.
All right, where are we at now? So let's see if anything has changed. Nope. Millie, Mary, and Lorraine are holding the top 3 on the board.
Question number 21.
Here we go. Which Hitchcock blonde had a little thing going on with a famous basketball player named Wilt Chamberlain?
Oh.
Janet Leigh, Grace Kelly, Tippi Hedren, or Kim Novak? I think Wilt Chamberlain had a little thing going with a lot of people. So,
There's only one that really makes sense to me.
all right, let's see if it's the one you think. And it is Kim Novak.
That's the one I was thinking.
Yeah.
So Kim Novak, there she is, pictured with Wilt. Wilt the stilt.
Yeah, look how tall he's looking.
Correct.
She has to look up to him.
So, famous 76ers player. Question number 22. This Hitchcock blonde was so passionate about animals that she established the Shambhala Preserve, a wildlife habitat for exotic felines. Is it Janet Leigh, Grace Kelly, Tippi Hedren, or Kim Novak?
I know this one.
I do not know this one.
Really? That's shocking.
Wow, but such a nice thing to do.
I thought you would know this
Protecting
one.
the lions and the tigers.
Yep. Tippi Hedren.
Tippi Hedren. I don't know who she is. Come pick her out of a lineup.
There she is,
Oh,
hanging out with her tigers.
very sweet. It's located in Los Angeles, it looks like. She's the Tiger Queen. Right? Good for her.
All right, here we go. Yep. This Hitchcock blonde was once married to actor Tony Curtis. Is it Janet Leigh, Grace Kelly, Tippi Hedren, or Kim Novak? Which one? Which one?
Tony Curtis. I heard all these names, but just
I don't know. I'm not sure who was married to him. Let's see if everybody else knows.
Janet Leigh. A lot of people got that correct. There they are.
There they are.
So dapper. It's just a different time back then. I wish I could look like that every
I
day.
know. I just like to wear sweatpants and sweatshirts and
I don't know. Nothing like a
not
suit.
get that dressed up. Let's see. Okay. What long-running Hitchcock anthology series was launched in 1955? Secret Agent Man, Alfred Hitchcock Presents, Murder with Hitch, or Take It to the Birds?
Huh. I know Secret Agent Man song.
I think I remember watching reruns of this. Let's see. I think this is the one that maybe started with his side profile, if I'm thinking correctly.
Oh, okay.
All right, most everybody knew that one. So Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
All I know is the Secret Agent Man. Secret Agent Man.
That is not the right
Secret
answer.
Isn't that a thing?
It was a thing,
All right.
but it wasn't the Hitchcock show.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard, and it looks like Millie is still hanging in
Oh,
there.
but Aretha moved up. got third
Millie,
place.
Mary, and Aretha. Question 25. Which of these film techniques was popularized, popularized, I can't say the word, by Hitchcock? Is it pan shot, slow motion, time lapse, or the MacGuffin?
The MacGuffin.
Ah,
Sounds like a McMuffin.
he was
It's gonna make me
revolutionary with the film things that were never done before. So,
hungry. Pan shot, slow motion, time lapse, or the MacGuffin? The MacGuffin.
what is the MacGuffin?
I'm sure it's gonna tell us on the next slide.
I really thought it was a penguin or something. the MacGuffin is the so-called motivating element that drives a movie's plot forward. The term was coined by Angus MacPhail, Hitchcock's screenwriting collaborator on films like Spellbound and The Man Who Knew Too Much. Even though such plot details were supposed to be important, Hitchcock didn't seem to think they truly mattered. The main thing I've learned over the years is that MacGuffin is nothing. I'm convinced of this, but I find it very difficult to prove it to others. Hitchcock told Truffaut in 1962, highlighting how the audience never finds out why the government secrets, aka the MacGuffin in the North by the Northwest, truly matter. Here you see, Hitchcock said, the MacGuffin has been boiled down to its purest expression, nothing at all. I still don't understand what the MacGuffin is.
It seems like the MacGuffin might be a secret.
Okay.
All right, question
Our
26 is our last question. Let's see if this changes anything. Why did Hitchcock have 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? 1 for film, 1 for TV. He was superstitious that 1 was bad luck. 1 for America, 1 for Britain, or he only has 1. Ooh, could this be a trick question? Let's see what the answer is. If anyone has been to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. 1 for film and 1 for TV. So
Ah.
there are 2 out there.
I guess he did do things for TV then, too.
There they are. 1 on the south side, on the 6500 block of Hollywood Boulevard, and 1 on the north side of the 7000 block of Hollywood Boulevard.
Look at that. There's lots of people out there just trying to get 1 star. He's got 2. Good for
Yeah.
Al. Good for Al.
Well, he made a lot of movies and TV shows. All right, so if you came in first, second, or third place on today's trivia, please call Chelsea at 215-443-4917, and she will get you your prize. And congratulations to everybody with all of your Hitchcock and his blondes knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a second announcement. It disappeared. Announcement 2. There will be no live trivia for the next 2 Wednesdays. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, and Happy Holidays to all. And our leaders, our final 3, let's see, are Millie. No,
Wow.
yep, Millie still kept first place.
Number
Aretha
1.
Holly moved up to second, though, and Mary
Morahan.
I don't know why I got so stumped with that. Morahan is in third. Congratulations to everybody. And before we go, I do just want to make sure that I say Brian and I were wrong about the quote of Casablanca before.
Really?
Yeah, that was Gone with the Wind.
Is it?
Yeah. Before everybody
All right.
emails and tells us how wrong we are, I just want to make sure I corrected ourselves. Happy holidays to everybody.
What is he saying, Casablanca? Thank you and happy holidays, and thank you for playing trivia with us.
Thank you.
Have a good day.